Now on Coast TV News.
It's a cold start across Delmarva this morning. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s, but also a little misty and a little foggy as well. It's all part of the warm-up that's headed our way, and that will continue today through the end of the week. I'll let you know when 60s are on the way, coming up next.
We have beaten Biden. You could almost say, who can't? Who the hell can't?
A big win in the New Hampshire primary for Donald Trump and the results of President Biden's late write-in campaign effort.
A steel shield, the addition that's designed to strengthen the South Jetty at the Indian River Inlet.
Dredging past deadline. Work on the Lewis-Rehoboth Canal was supposed to be finished last year. We've got the update on the progress being made.
This is Coast TV News Today.
And welcome to our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning. I'm Paige Marley. It is a Wednesday, January 24th, 2024.
And we have reached the middle part of the week, and I'm excited as those temperatures keep going up and up. We've got that warm-up continuing.
Yes. If you were here like 5 minutes ago during our last hour, you maybe heard Bob say someone could see 70s.
That got my attention, Paige.
He didn't say all of us.
I know.
But maybe we'll get close enough. Let's bring in
it's like
First Alert.
Powerball. It could be you.
It could be you. Maybe it's your town. Let's bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Chahi. Right now, Bob, I think it should be my town that hits 70 this week.
All right. All right, it could be. I think the more you live inland, the better chance you have of hitting 70. But that's not until Friday. So we have to back it up a little bit. It's still kind of cloudy, a little murky out there right now. We've got some drizzle and some light rain at the present time. And Paige says she hit a little bit of light rain coming in this morning. And we had that into parts of Sussex County. So it is a little drizzly. It's a little foggy as well. As we're seeing this moisture coming up from the south, we have a cold ground as well and still melting some snow. And temperatures are above freezing right now into the 30s and 40s. So that's good. We're not dealing with any kind of slick roads, but we're dealing with some visibility that's about 2 to 4 miles in some of that fog and drizzle. So take it slow out there this morning as we're looking at temperatures in the 30s and 40s early on. Grab the umbrella just in case. Mid-morning, mid-40s. Then by noon, we're in the low to mid-50s. Lots of clouds, maybe a shower or two, and then close to 60 around Millsboro later on in Seaford. A little cooler along the beaches, and then we pick up the winds this evening, and it gets really mild. Along the boardwalk, watch out. Could be a little slick because it's wet out there, a little foggy as well, but temperatures in the 40s with clouds warming to 50 by 11.
Got breaking news from overnight. First in the nation primary has come and gone, and former President Donald Trump is the projected winner over former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley.
Now, over on the Democrat side, current President Biden is the projected winner over Representative Dean Phillips. NBC's Bree Jackson shows us how the candidates are reacting now that those results are in.
We will never forget you. We will never forget.
Former President Trump defeating his lone Republican rival in the New Hampshire primary, moving him closer to a rematch with President Biden.
We've won almost every single poll in the last 3 months against crooked Joe Biden. Almost every poll.
Despite her Granite State loss, former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley contends the race for the Republican nomination is far from over.
We still have a ways to go, but we keep moving up.
Haley's campaign has vowed to stay put at least through Super Tuesday in March when 16 states vote. I spoke with NBC News senior political editor Mark Murray about the rationale behind that.
One can accrue delegates and see what ends up happening several months from now, particularly as former President Donald Trump faces a lot of legal challenges.
President Biden beat his Democratic challengers in New Hampshire as a write-in candidate. During a campaign event Tuesday, Biden was heckled by protesters, including those calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. He warned that domestic issues like abortion access are at stake in the November election.
It was Donald Trump and his Supreme Court who ripped away the rights and freedoms of women in America. And it'll be Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and all of you who are going to restore those rights for the women of America.
Presidential campaigns making their case as more voters weigh in on who they believe the nominees should be. In Manchester, New Hampshire, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Now, both Republicans and Democrats have their eyes on South Carolina, where primaries are being held in February. State was key to catapulting Joe Biden to the Democrat nomination in 2020. And this time the state could be key to a candidate representing the GOP.
We have some developing news now out of Seaford, where several law enforcement agencies have wrapped up a 2-month-long investigation into an illegal narcotics distribution operation.
And Delaware State Police says warrants allowed a search of homes on North Front Street and Kimbrough Street.
Now, according to the agency, 6 people were arrested on misdemeanor charges, but 3, Andrew Ayers, Schweitzer Dessen, and Jonathan Dugazin, they are facing felony charges.
State police say they found crack cocaine, heroin, cocaine, ammunition, and more than $28,000 of suspected drug money.
The 3 men face felony charges of possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance and conspiracy second degree. Ayers and Dugazin, they were committed to Sussex Correctional Institution, while Dessen was released on his own recognizance.
Yeah, we got an update on a story that we've been covering this week. We got more information on that Monday night fire in Milton. We have learned that a paramedic was hurt trying to put out a fire in their car, and an EMS vehicle and carport at the Milton Cheer Center became heavily engulfed in flames. State fire investigators determined an electrical malfunction caused the fire. Damages, well, they're estimated at $100,000, and the paramedic was treated and released at a nearby hospital.
New this morning, a new bill is ready for Governor Carney's signature. According to the General Assembly, House Bill 91 would create a new offense of aggravated criminal mischief, which would be a felony. The crime relates to people who knowingly damage import utility equipment in order to disrupt services. This comes after the General Assembly says multiple warnings have been released by the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI about people targeting these materials.
Milford is proposing more bike lanes and other changes for Marshall Street, but some neighbors there are hitting the brakes on the proposal. Now, according to city plans, some parking spaces would be taken away. The city says this is to make Milford more accessible to those on 2 wheels and also to help connect the downtown area. But some neighbors, they've got questions about these proposals, including if there are actually enough bikers in the city to make this addition make sense. City officials say it will make getting around safer.
Probably don't see it a whole lot because we don't have the bike lanes, right? Correct? To safely bike. I think it's the concept of build it and they will come. And you might see it more.
And we just want to reiterate, these are just proposals right now. Plans will still need to go through City Council before they can be approved.
The Indian River Inlet is finally getting the attention it desperately needed. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers has plans to add more sand to the South Jetty and add steel sheets to reduce the amount of sand being pushed into the inlet. Longtime fisherman Brad Winters has seen the problems firsthand.
Well, the last couple of years over in the corner, the rocks are starting to cave in, and every time the high tide comes in, it washes right up onto the beach. So it's needed. The rocks are starting to separate even out on the south and north side both. I've noticed a big difference. So it does need repaired.
And the U.S. Army Corps will be holding a virtual meeting February 15th regarding more information on this jetty project.
Yeah, and speaking of coastal projects, dredging continues on the Lewis Rehoboth Canal. This was originally scheduled to be completed at the end of December, but the project pushed back until next week for completion. And I'll post on the Lewis website, dredging will continue daily from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Began in October. The project spans from the Roosevelt Inlet to the Freeman Highway Bridge. And this project, it's been long awaited there as the canal has not had dredging since 2002.
The Lewis Mayor and City Council continuing discussions on the proposal from U.S. Wind. This at a special meeting and workshop set for later this week. This is regarding the community benefits agreement that was offered by U.S. Wind. Also on the agenda, the city could take action regarding the seasonal Lewis Line Transit program in fiscal year 2025. The city will also consider a request from the historic Lewis Farmers Market to ban dogs on the premise. All of this takes place at Lewis City Hall tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Delaware Senator Tom Carper recognizing Maternal Health Awareness Day across the country with a tweet yesterday. It read, "More American women die from pregnancy-related complications than any other developed country, and we must find solutions to address this and follow good examples, like in Delaware, where we extended postpartum Medicaid coverage to 12 months.
All right, well, we're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News Today.
Coming up, coastal resiliency in the spotlight. Will tell you what some of our communities are set to discuss later this week.
And salt on the roads means to protect your car from ice, but all that glitters is gold. We'll tell you how to protect your car from damage underneath.
And daring data protection. We've got a new proposal from the federal government. It's aimed to protect American data from foreign hackers. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
At Draper Media, we offer more than TV and radio advertising. We reach your customers wherever they are, at the gas pump, in bars and restaurants, driving around Delmarva, in a taxi or rideshare at the beach, on social media, or searching for products and services, checking their email, and listening to podcasts or streaming video. Our plans fit all your business needs. Email Frank Hamilton today.
Embrace a new journey and kickstart your New Year's resolution in a brand new Subaru from Gateway Subaru. Discover the 2024 Subaru Outback, which represents Subaru's commitment to safety, innovation, and adventure. Right now, lease a new 2024 Subaru Outback for only $299 a month, or take advantage of financing rates as low as 1.9%. Plus, Gateway has more in-stock Subaru inventory to choose from than other dealers have combined. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Imagine a knife taking this much abuse and didn't need sharpening. Introducing the incredible NutriBlade knives. They're coated with granite stone non-stick and made of stainless steel, one of the hardest substances on earth. Now everyone can chop, slice, and dice just like a pro. The Easy Grip rubberized handles deliver incredible control and accuracy to chop salads in seconds and cut frozen solid meat with ease and get razor-thin slices every time. The non-stick surface means food slides right off and they're dishwasher safe. Plus, they'll stay razor sharp guaranteed. A complete set of chef knives can cost you hundreds, but today you can get this professional 6-piece set of NutriBlades for just $29.95. Order right now and we'll even ship them to you free. Now get your own NutriBlade knives from Granite Stone. The last knives you'll ever buy.
Call 1-800-645-8074 or go to buynutriblade.com.
We're starting out with some fog and mist on this Wednesday morning. Tidal Healthcare from Salisbury. You can see it in the lights. A little misty, a little foggy, 43. We're not dealing with anything in the way of frozen roads or anything like that with temperatures above freezing. Visibility around 4 miles, so it's not thick fog, but it is a little dreary out there and maybe a little misty at times, so that's what we're looking at. Otherwise, lots of clouds. You can see temperatures are in the 30s farther to the north with 40s farther to the south. For the kiddos at the bus stop, give them the umbrella out the door as we could see some patchy drizzle. 40 degrees off to school and heading home, cloudy and quite mild, around 57.
Well, starting today in Fenwick Island, West Maryland Avenue between Route 1 and Island Street is going to be closed. DelDOT says this will be for the installation of new drainage to improve flood-prone areas, and this closure will continue until work is set to finish Thursday, February 8th.
And here are some current road closures in Sussex County drivers should be made aware of. Salt Marsh Boulevard near Route 9, that's closed until May for paving work. Route 16 from Zion Church Road to Crape Myrtle Road, that has shoulder closures for intersection improvements. Arrow Safety Road near US 113 has intermittent lane closures for roadway improvements. And Route 1 from Painter Road to Deep Branch Road, that has lane and shoulder closures for the installation of golf safety netting.
Looking at the future of students of Indian River High School on Wednesday, February 21st, it's going to be a job fair there. Students will have the opportunity to visit with local businesses seeking to provide on-the-job training for career-oriented applicants. This event will be hosted by the Bethany Fenwick Area Chamber of Commerce, and it will take place from 6 to 8 p.m. Again, that is at the Indian River High School.
The Biden White House working now on an executive order that focuses on protecting Americans' personal data. The draft text of the order says foreign attempts to take information about Americans represents a, quote, unusual and extraordinary threat to national security. This order is expected to cover health records, genetic information, as well as cell phone tracking data.
Netflix subscribers have surged in the fourth quarter. According to the company, it added over 13 million subscribers in the December quarter. That's the largest ever fourth quarter subscriber growth. The streaming giant is expecting healthy double-digit revenue growth for the full year of 2024 as it continues to add members and invest in its advertising business.
Still to come this morning, don't be salty from salt damage. How to protect your car from damage caused by salt on the roads.
And it is a little misty, drizzly, foggy this morning right now. Boardwalk Plaza Cam looking wet on the boardwalk. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s across the area. And temperatures will continue to warm up through the end of the week with 60s on the way, maybe 70 for somebody on Friday. There is some rain in the forecast too. Details coming up after the break.
30 years ago, a historic ice storm knocked out power for 10 days. Trees fell across power lines and ice snapped utility poles. Our Delaware Electric Cooperative team worked around the clock to help those we serve. 3 decades later, we've applied the lessons we learned during the storm to make our grid stronger. Through the dedication of our employees, Co-op Power has never been more reliable. And while the weather is unpredictable, DEC's commitment to doing what's best for our members will never change.
Solo Cup Saturday night. It's an alternative country party with me, Jared. Brought to you by Midshore Recyclers Incorporated. Saturdays at 7 on Coast Country, 103.9 and 106.3.
Coming up this week on the Delmarva Home Show. We're touring a $5 million home in the Heron Harbor neighborhood in Ocean City, Maryland. This home features an open floor plan with panoramic water views of the bay, boat lift and jet ski lift, and a gourmet kitchen. You can watch the Delmarva Home Show on Sundays at 11:30 a.m. on WBOC.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Your dirty vents may be telling you something. Pounds of dirt, dust, and contaminants are trapped in your air ducts. That's why you need a professional air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer. We've been cleaning air ducts the right way for over 25 years. Our NADCA certified technicians and powerful equipment clean your entire system, extracting the dirt into our trucks, removing it from your home completely. For better indoor air quality and improved HVAC efficiency,
call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
6:17 a.m. and we're showing you the live scene in Ocean City. Bob, each day this week. I know we're only in the middle part, but it just seems that chill is less noticeable.
And it will get less noticeable with time as well, Matt, as we continue to ramp up those temperatures. But as we transition from that cold to warm, we've got a little bit of fog and drizzle out there this morning. And you can track all of our weather on the Coast TV weather app. Make sure you get your camera in phone mode, and you can scan the QR code and get the Coast TV weather app. Here's our 5-day temperature trend. You can see how temperatures shoot up. Now, average high is 45. We're around 56 today. And then we're up to 63 on Thursday. And then by Friday, that's the real warm day with 68. And I'm sure some inland location will probably hit 70 degrees at that time. Then it cools down for the weekend, 53 Saturday, 52 on Sunday. We knew it wouldn't last forever. Visibility-wise, it has been fluctuating between about 2 and 4 miles and some drizzle and fog. So just take it slow out there this morning. At least we're not dealing with icy conditions on the roads because temperatures are above freezing. But we have a lot of clouds, a little bit of light rain, a little bit of light drizzle, and that will be the case really much of the day as we are looking at cloudy skies. Our flow coming out of the southwest now. We've got a stalled out front to the south, but eventually it turns into a warm front and lifts to the north, ushering in even warmer air and more moisture as well. The real steady rain is across the Ohio Valley and some flooding rain near Texas into the deep south, and eventually some of that more concentrated moisture will be heading our way. 37 in Greenwood right now, 36 in Red, and 40 in Georgetown, 41 in Bethany Beach. So we're melting more snow, but in the process, we've got some of that fog and mist with the wind starting to pick up out of the south, and we'll be warming quickly through the 40s this morning into the 50s by noon. By 2:30, maybe a few breaks in the clouds and temperatures middle to upper 50s inland, maybe somebody hitting 60 degrees, and then this evening still very mild. We've got strong southerly winds keeping us in the 50s all evening. It will be a very mild overnight. In fact, I don't think we drop below 50 by the time we get into Thursday morning because of the clouds and this southwesterly wind. And as we go into Thursday, here come the showers on and off, and that will continue to wash away any kind of salt or grime from this past taste of winter. We're looking at mid-60s by Thursday afternoon with more of those rain showers. Looks like a little break by tomorrow evening, but those winds get gusty this evening over 20 miles per hour, close to 30 overnight. So it's a warm wind from the south. south, keeping our temperatures up at night and really up during the course of the day. As we see these waves of rain coming through, here's Friday at 12:30, still some showers there. We get a little break later Friday into early Saturday, and then another push of heavier rain, I think, by later Saturday into Sunday. This time a little more cold air involved, so maybe some snow or a wintry mix to the north, but it's just a cold rain and wind for us. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 56 today, 63 with the rain on Thursday, 68 on Friday, some sunshine and some showers, then a cool down for the weekend with lower 50s. Much of Saturday is dry, rain Sunday, and then drier and colder early next week.
Thanks, Bob. And don't forget that Coast TV has a brand new Facebook page for all the latest in news, exclusive content, and interactive discussions. Just make sure to visit and follow our Facebook page. Head over facebook.com/CoastTVNBC or scan that QR code that's on your screen and you'll stay connected with us.
Well, now that snow is melting, salt becomes the next challenge on our roadways. According to car experts, the undercarriage of a car can become quite corroded. From driving on salted roads after a snowstorm, car washes like this become essential to preventing any serious damage because the longer the salt is on a car, the worse the problems become. Brian Parker at Waves Car Wash says long-term damage can add up.
Hard on the car's paint, but it's even harder on the surfaces underneath of a car. And that's where all the bits and pieces are that make your car go.
Experts say problems like this could lead to hundreds of dollars in damage. This does take us to our Coast TV poll, and we want to know, what is your main concern with road salt?
All right, we had some changes over the last hour. 53% of you, that went up, now say you're worried about car corrosion. Makes sense. Just 10% of you are worried about the environmental impact, which I learned maybe could be from salt running off into like farmland, things like that. I didn't think of that before. 21% of you say the maintenance cost. I think if you get your car washed, you should avoid some of the maintenance costs. 16% of you are worried for your pet safety. Aw.
I think they're all good things. It's just a matter of which one is your most important, but I can see voting for each one of those.
Yeah, you can be worried about all of them, but if you want to vote and tell us what your main concern is, go to coasttv.com or our mobile app.
All right, well, up next, Coastal Resiliency Conversation. We're going to take a look at some of the key concerns in Bethany Beach. Don't go anywhere on Coast TV News Today.
100.9% classic country plays real country.
Now is the perfect time to feed suet to your birds to add fat so that it'll help them get through the cold winter nights. My Backyard carries all the products you need to keep your feathered friends healthy and safe. We also have a huge selection of quality hand-picked birdhouses, baths, seeds, unique gifts and decor for expert and novice bird lovers alike. So come on in, I'd love to answer your questions so that you can have the best birding experience ever. See you at My Backyard in Ocean Pines, where it's all about the birds and more.
Intruders are more likely to target homes with dark zones. Take the bullseye off your house and turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a high-tech security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. During the day, it's disguised as a high-tech security camera. It's completely wireless and installs in just seconds. Powered by solar panels, no batteries needed. It adjusts a full 360 degrees. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. But wait, we can also include a second one. Just pay a separate fee. Plus, we'll give you free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-316-1548 or go online to buybionic360.com. So call 1-800-316-1548 or go to buybionic360.com.
When I think about what the Today Show does, it's not just about the mornings, it's about your whole day. There's a feeling of we're in there with you. Then let's take on this day together.
'Cause I don't have the only woman who believed in me religiously.
We're Coast Country, and we're Delmarva proud.
Coastal resilience is in the spotlight for Bethany Beach this week. Coming up on Thursday, January 25th, that's tomorrow, the Stormwater Committee and UD will have a Blue Economy presentation. It'll highlight climate change and the sea level rise on the coast. This meeting will take place at Town Hall at 2 p.m.
And right next door in South Bethany, resiliency also on the table for discussion. The town's committee will meet on Friday to provide some updates, as well as continue discussion on various topics. These include an update on hiring a consultant for the York Road flood mitigation project, as well as a review and discussion of a draft grant application for FEMA. Also on the agenda, code revisions and or additions to increase resiliency in the town. This meeting is scheduled on Friday, January 26 at 10 a.m. at South Bethany Town Hall.
I'm Madeline Overturf. Here's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. The city of Salisbury wants your opinion on grant funding. They're having a meeting Wednesday at 5:30 about community development block grant funds. It's $363,000, 70% of which must be used for low and moderate income individuals. Somerset County is planning for the future. Next week in Crisfield is a visioning workshop as the county makes its new comp plan. That guides land use. And an update on Delaware Coastal Airport will be reviewed this week, including the master plan, parallel taxiway, and new 9-unit T-hangar project there in Georgetown. That's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. I'm Madeline Overturf.
The next chance for deer hunting in Maryland begins next month. The Maryland Department of Natural Resources saying this deer hunt set for February 1st through the 3rd. During those dates, hunters can use primitive bows or muzzle loaders to hunt sika and white-tailed deer. Valid hunting licenses are required unless you're exempt from that requirement.
First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey, he joins us again. He's got the warm-up continuing all over the peninsula. I'm excited for that page after some snow.
Yeah, me too.
I know. You have to put all the heavy winter attire to the side and say, all right, time to break out maybe the T-shirts by the time we get to the end of the week. But as we transition from the cold to the warm, we've got some fog and drizzle out there. 57 in Seaford today. Kind of cloudy for you. Laurel 59, but cooler lower 50s along the coast. Eastern Shore 53 in Cambridge. Vienna 57. Denton 53. And really mild farther south, Princess Anne 60. Crisfield 53. But look at Salisbury and Pocomoke City, both at 60, but cooler along the beaches. So much warmer inland as we go through time, and with that warm-up comes that rain chance. I'll have much more on your forecast coming up in about 3 minutes.
All right, Bob, thank you. Also coming up after the break, Boeing backlash. We're telling you about the new move from the company as the CEO scheduled to sit down with lawmakers today.
Coming up, big bike debate. We'll tell you about the plans in Milford that, well, all neighbors there are not pedaling behind.
And new results in New Hampshire. We have reaction and next steps for those racing for the White House. Coast TV News Today. We'll be right back.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
Sign up to grow your team at the 2024 Draper Media Job Fair, powered by Premier Staffing Solutions. Be a part of the best marketed and most successful job fair on Delmarva, according to past employers who participated. The Draper Media Job Fair is Saturday, February 24th from 10 to 2 in the Jason Building at Del Tech in Georgetown. Meet over 1,000 applicants looking for work. For more info, go to wbocevents.com.
Imagine a knife taking this much abuse and didn't need sharpening. Introducing the incredible NutriBlade knives. They're coated with granite stone non-stick and made of stainless steel, one of the hardest substances on Earth. Now everyone can chop, slice, and dice just like a pro. The Easy Grip rubberized handles deliver incredible control and accuracy to chop salads in seconds and cut frozen solid meat with ease and get razor-thin slices every time. The non-stick surface means food slides right off and they're dishwasher safe. Plus, they'll stay razor sharp guaranteed. A complete set of chef knives can cost you hundreds, but today you can get this professional 6-piece set of NutriBlades for just $29.95. Order right now and we'll even ship them to you free. Now get your own NutriBlade knives from Granite Stone. The last knives you'll ever buy.
Call 1-800-645-8074 or go to buynutriblade.com.
This is Coast TV News Today.
January 24th, 2024. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning, Matthew. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Paige Marley.
I got a Matthew out of that
That
one.
was weird. I never call you that.
I know.
Yeah.
That's not even in the office. It's,
no. It's Matt. I think it's Paul Williams calls you Matthew. I was pulling a Paul.
Yeah. Sometimes he does it in the not so nice tone.
Matthew.
Yeah.
That's what he sounds like. It's like your mom coming
I know.
to your room.
Paul and my mom. Good comparison there. All right, we are on a hump day.
Yes.
It's a warmer day.
You want to know something fun that I care about? Maybe not all of Delmarva,
I
but
want to
maybe
hear,
you
Paige.
should.
Please share.
It's my mom's birthday.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that.
I know, I forgot to tell you.
All right, happy birthday, Carolyn.
Hey, Mom, happy birthday. She should be awake by now. Text watch.
Why don't
that
we
I
give her a
have
call?
on.
We'll get her on the air. I'm sure she'll appreciate that
Call
at
her
6:30
live.
in the morning.
Yeah, that's right. She does tell me don't text before 6:30, so now's the time.
All right.
All right, now let's move on to something you all do care about. That's the weather. We're going to bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Tribe to help you prepare as you head out your door. Hey, Bob.
Hey, good morning, guys. But first of all, happy birthday to Paige's mom. Yeah, we are looking at kind of a foggy, murky start to our day. Visibility about 4 miles. It has been as low as 2.5 miles, as we still have snow and cold ground and some relatively warmer air over the top of that, causing kind of the murky conditions. We had a few light showers passing through earlier on, but now it's just mainly cloudy. It could be a little drizzly out there as well, as we've got another front to the south. This will turn to a warm front today, lift to the north and usher in even warmer air. We're still in the 30s around Greenwood, Redden, Milford, and into the Milton area right now. Your snow is still a little deeper up there, but farther south we're into the low 40s right now. And we warm from the 30s into the 40s. Lots of clouds, a little bit of drizzle. Might see a little bit of sun today. Big story though, the warming temperatures low to mid 50s by the noon hour. And I think by 2:30, mid to upper 50s, close to 60 in Millsboro and Delmar, maybe 60 in Salisbury, and cooler along the beaches, and the winds pick up and it stays very mild through the overnight. So no scraping this morning for the first time in a long time. No frost with the big warm up on the way.
Well, breaking news from overnight. Former President Donald Trump has won the New Hampshire Republican primary.
Yeah, Trump spoke to his supporters in Nashua after being the projected winner, and he welcomed former opponents Vivek Ramaswamy and Tim Scott, who have endorsed him since dropping out of the race. Trump saying he's ready for the general election, while the lone remaining challenger, Nikki Haley, is promising to continue her campaign.
We have beaten Biden. You could almost say, who can't? Who the hell can't? The man can't put two sentences together. He can't find the stairs off a stage. Who can't?
New Hampshire is first in the nation. It is not the last in the nation. This race is far from over. There are dozens of states left to go.
And on the Democrat side, after intentionally missing the filing deadline resulting in President Biden's name to not appear on the ballot, he mounted a write-in campaign that led him in getting over 51% of the vote. We got footage from a Biden watch party in Manchester, New Hampshire.
And Biden did not speak publicly after the win. Instead, this was a statement that was issued from the White House press office. It said in part, it was a historic demonstration of commitment to our democratic process. Well, happening now as we continue, Milford is working to figure out what the future of Marshall Street could look like, but some of the ideas don't have neighbors hitting the gas.
Yeah, Coast TV News reporter Charles Ryan is going to show us how neighbors feel about more bike lanes in their neighborhood.
Bike lanes or parking spots? The city of Milford has a dilemma on its hands. Planning Director Rob Pierce says the lanes would make getting around safer.
The proposal that was shown this evening is essentially a striping plan that would provide two 11-foot travel lanes. It would provide two 8-foot parallel parking aisles on each side of those travel lanes, and then on the outside of the parallel parking lanes would be a 5-foot striped bike lane. And that would run from Southeast 2nd Street to Watergate.
But not everyone is convinced, especially since some highly coveted parking spots would have to be removed.
I think it's a total waste of money. I'm losing half of my parking in front of my house. It's bad enough that I live near the store and the trucks block my driveway all the time. Now I'm not even going to have, if someone comes to visit, I don't even have parking for them unless it's in my driveway, and that will be a major inconvenience.
I did speak with one neighbor who lives on Marshall Street who didn't want to get on camera, but they were all for this proposal, saying that since they're a biker themselves, it'll make getting around a lot safer and easier. Though no decisions have been made yet, opposing views are still standing strong.
I never see anybody riding bikes. And the group that does ride, rides on the street like you're supposed to.
For now, there's just no getting around the debate on how to get around in Milford. According to a city spokesperson I spoke with today, before anything can be finalized on these proposed ideas, it would need to go through another public hearing and it would have to go through City Council and get their stamp of approval. I'm Charles Ryan in Milford, Coast TV News.
Okay, so let's take a look at the area in question. This is Marshall Street in Milford for the proposed striped bike lane. It's going to run from Southeast 2nd Street. City says this alignment would maintain 2 travel lanes in an attempt to maintain parking on the majority of both sides of Marshall Street.
Tiny homes are back in conversation for the city of Lewis. The Housing Subcommittee is discussing accessory dwelling units that include apartments over garages or in basements. At this meeting, there will also be time for the public to share any comments they may have. This meeting is scheduled for January 30th at 4:30.
And in Dewey Beach next month, Planning and Zoning Commission, they're going to hold a public hearing. This is to amend an ordinance related to smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. Town will also discuss an act that will add requirements for these detectors in all types of bedrooms, hotels, or other types of sleeping accommodations in Dewey Beach. And this hearing will be held Saturday, February 7th at 11 a.m.
The CEO of Boeing on Capitol Hill today to meet with lawmakers. That's according to Senator Maria Cantwell's office.
Yeah, the FAA is asking airlines to check door plugs on their MAX 737-9 planes.
Says so far the aircraft design appears to be okay, but a manufacturing error like loose bolts could be the problem. United says that it affects a chunk of its fleet and its bottom line.
Yeah, Boeing is saying it will pause production at the plant that makes 737-9s Thursday for quality control. The Biden administration has demanded that the Texas Attorney General give federal Border Patrol agents full access to a riverfront in the border town of Eagle Pass. This is a location where state law enforcement officers have been arresting illegal migrants who are crossing into the U.S. In a 5-4 vote, the Supreme Court granted the emergency request filed by the Biden administration, who argued the wire prevents agents from reaching illegal migrants who have already crossed over. Texas Governor Greg Abbott ordered that wire to be installed near the Rio Grande at Eagle Pass as part of an operation after that area has seen massive amounts of illegal crossings. More news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, a new place to play in Harrington. We're telling you about when children in that area can embark on the new park.
Also, Kate home with Cesar Ryan, the down-to-the-wire game in boys high school basketball.
And Blue Hens taking the win. We're telling you about the winning streak for both the cheer team and the dance team. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
We salute Bailey Millman, Assistant Chief of the Milton Fire Department, for his outstanding service and dedication. Since joining the Milford Fire Department in 2014, Bailey has exemplified the spirit of commitment and excellence in serving our community.
Spicer Brothers and Coast TV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a Coast TV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
You need to lose weight, but you hate lugging out that big blender for a healthy shake. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. Designed like this shake bottle you take to the gym, it has the motor and blades built right into the lid. Bionic Blade quickly creates smooth drinks just like the big blenders. But this is portable, so you can make a shake anywhere. Make pina coladas right by poolside. Even grind coffee beans and make a quick, refreshing iced coffee pick-me-up on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 and we'll even ship it to you free. But wait, order now and get 2 sipping lids, a second large blender container, plus the sports lid. Yours free. You'll get this entire portable blending system for just $29.99. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-709-7148 or go to buybionicblade.com. So call 1-800-709-7148 or you can order online at buybionicblade.com.
From inside Iran, from Israel, from Florida, from Lewiston, Maine. Part of our continued reporting. This is what a country in war looks like. Women, children. What is it like? Countless neighborhoods across the region that look just like this. Everybody good? It took for all this damage to occur.
Take the DSN app with you wherever you go and never miss a game from your favorite local team. Whether you're on the road, stuck at the office, or out with friends and family, the DSN app notifies you when your team is on live, so you can watch the game as it happens or watch videos on demand. Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV, download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group.
6:40 on this murky Wednesday morning. A little foggy. Visibility not too bad right now on our Hershey exteriors cam, 43. But we are seeing a little bit of patchy drizzle and limited visibility at times. 2.5 miles in Georgetown, 4 miles in Salisbury and Ocean City. So watch out for the lower visibility and some of that patchy drizzle as we're looking at a lot of clouds out there right now. We're transitioning from all that cold. We're melting snow. We have the cold ground to that warmer air. That's why we, with the moisture hanging around, that's why it's a little foggy and drizzly. 30s right now from Greenwood to Milford and Redden, while it's lower 40s elsewhere right now. So I have downgraded the DriveCast a little bit. I had green light earlier. Now it's a yellow light because we have a little bit of fog. It's a little misty out there. So watch out on the wet roads. But looking better later on today. Better visibility. Still kind of cloudy and mild, and temperatures in the 50s.
All right, well, though there's still some time until May, there will be a meeting next week for Milford's annual Memorial Day ceremony. Organizers of the ceremony will hold this planning session on Tuesday, January 30th. It will run from 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. and it'll be at the Milford Public Library. This is for completely open to the public. A ceremony planning group is encouraging local involvement there.
The Wacomico Public Library requesting donations for its Community Support Center. Community members are asked to donate items that can help those in need. This includes blankets, sleeping bags, socks, and gently used clothes and shoes. Any items can be dropped off at the Community Support Center at the Paul S. Sarbanes branch.
University of Delaware is congratulating not one but two of its sports teams. According to the school, the cheer team snagged its 6th straight national title. The dance team won their 3rd straight championship.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Yeah, this game was Caesar Rodney's to lose for over 3 quarters. The Riders led by 12 at half and double digits in the 4th quarter. Then things got interesting. Let's roll the highlights. Under 4 to go, Vikings down 8. Jordan Downing, the freshman, buries the 3-pointer. Cape now down by 5. It's 49-44. He wasn't the only one letting it rain from deep. Junior Jaden Dukes, that's good from college range. It's a 2-point game. Under a minute to go, Jamison Tingle, the freshman quarterback, fouled going up for the layup. He can tie the game at the line. Jamison makes the front end. He'd missed the second, but all hope was not lost for the Vikings. Next trip down the floor, Downing holds the release and drops the anvil on Caesar Rodney. Vikings lead 51-49 with under 30 seconds to play. Final 15 ticks of the game, Riders would get 3 separate chances to tie at the free throw line, but CR goes empty each time. Khalil Kemp misses the final chance for the Riders. Jack Shell would tip this rebound into the waiting arms of Dukes, who puts this one to bed. Vikings win it 53-49 in come-from-behind fashion. And tonight on DSN, make sure you tune in at 6 p.m. for some of the best wrestlers on the shore at Parkside High School. State number 9, Giuseppe Mellinger and Kent Island battle the undefeated Rams. I'll do it for sports this morning.
Sort of a murky Wednesday morning out there right now. Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam. Lots of clouds, a little drizzly. Visibility not too bad here, but where you are, it might be a little limited. So take it slow out there as temperatures are rising above the freezing mark and more mild temperatures on the way. And we're starting to see 60s as soon as tomorrow with some rain moving in as well. I'll detail your forecast after the break.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet, and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
Discover Coastal Delaware's ultimate senior living experiences at the Lodges of Coastal Delaware. With locations in Rehoboth Beach or Lewis, you can dive into a world of sun, sea, and sand every day. Whether independent living, assisted living, or memory care, here residents enjoy a lively community of friends, laughter, and endless activities. Savor amazing food or grab a drink. The possibilities are endless. Join us and ride the wave of senior living at its finest. No matter the lifestyle you're seeking, we've got options for you.
Have fun and enjoy Delmarva's Coast with Petey the Peacock, Coast TV's feathered friend and sharing joy coast-wide. Know where he's going to be next and get his free coloring book at peteythepeacock.com. Brought to you by Tidal Health.
Paris and Kathy Hilton get candid, plus Joel Kim Booster. And this Friday, Snoop Dogg!
Wednesday at 2 on Coast TV. NBC Nightly News. Weeknights at 6:30 on Coast TV.
Weather shapes our lives. At Coast TV, our First Alert weather team is always at work, ensuring you have the information you need.
So we're looking for it to begin to make its way towards Fenwick Island pretty quickly here.
Because we know how much weather matters to our coastal community.
Make sure you take cover from these storms.
Our promise is to guide, inform, and protect.
Make sure you are remaining weather aware tomorrow.
Weather coverage that prioritizes you. Coast TV and the First Alert weather team. Your safety, our commitment.
It's now 6:46 on this Wednesday morning. Let's take a live look right now at Salisbury. There's kind of the sun, Bob. All of our other live cams still kind of black and white. There we see a little bit of light coming through, making for actually kind of a warm day, warmer than we're used to.
Absolutely. You know, I think anything's warmer than last weekend, Paige, but we are really going to warm things up as we go through time. And the sun is officially up at 7:13 now, so the sunrise getting earlier and earlier. And make sure you scan the QR code right there. We want you to have the Coast TV weather app to follow us on your phone as well as on the air as well. Here's our 5-day temperature trend. Average high now is 45. We'll be well above that the next several days. 56 today, up to 63 on Thursday. 68 on Friday, and as I've been mentioning all morning, I think somebody inland will hit 70 on Friday. Get a little bit of sunshine, perfect wind. I think that's certainly the case. But then it cools down into the weekend with temperatures back into the low 50s, and it looks like a little chance of rain at that time. Not a complete washout, but right now we've got the melting snow, the cold ground, and a lot of moisture hanging around. So we've got some fog and haze, 2.5 miles visibility in Georgetown right now, 4 in Ocean City and Salisbury, and maybe a little patchy drizzle where you are, but everybody's seeing temperatures above freezing, so no icy roads this morning, as we're just seeing kind of, well, dreary conditions with cloudy skies, some patchy light showers around the Mid-Atlantic region. There's another front to our south that's stationary right now, but this will move to the north as a warm front and bring in even warmer air as our flow is out of the southwest. We've got a lot of rain through Texas into the Gulf Coast. They could be seeing 5 to 10 inches of rain down here with some heavy thunderstorms, and then rain all the way up into the Midwest. So where it was winter just a few days ago, now we get a big taste of spring with the moisture and the warmer conditions. 36 in Redmond right now, 41 in Georgetown, Salisbury 43, Bethany Beach at 42, and very light winds. And so that's conducive to some of that haze and fog. We'll continue to see that this morning, and maybe a few breaks in the clouds too, with temperatures in the 40s. They were warming up into the low to mid 50s by noon, and by 3 o'clock, look at this, 58 in Millsboro, 59 Delmar, Salisbury at 60, but it will be cooler along the beaches, but we keep it mild through this evening and tonight. We see a strong southerly wind, and I think much of the night we're looking at temperatures into the 50s. I'd be shocked if we drop below 50 by Thursday morning with these winds keeping us very, very mild. In fact, upper 50s by 6 a.m., that's pretty crazy as we're looking at showers on and off through tomorrow. And look at these temperatures on into the low to mid 60s with periodic rain pretty much all day long and staying very mild with these gusty winds that are gusting over 20 miles per hour this evening, close to 30 late tonight. So these are warm winds from the south as we continue on into your Thursday, bringing in that moisture. So we'll continue to see periodic rain as we go through time. We get a little break later Friday into early Saturday, and then a more significant system brings, well, more rain with it later Saturday into Sunday. This time, this system has more cold air to work with, so maybe snow or a wintry mix from New York up into Pennsylvania. But for us, it's just a cold rain as we go into the weekend. And we could be looking at maybe up to 0.2 of an inch of rain. Not a lot from this next system. The next 7 days, Paul Davis forecast, we're looking at 56 for today, 63 on Thursday with the showers. By Friday, 68, a little bit of sunshine, a little bit of rain. And then Saturday, 53, and then the rain builds in later Saturday into Sunday, 52, and then colder and drier early next week with temperatures in the lower 40s.
All right, thanks, Bob. And for more weather updates, just make sure to pull out your phones and scan the QR code for our First Alert Weather app. You can download the app for free to get all the weather updates you need.
The Salisbury Police Department is holding a testing date for new officers. The entry-level testing will take place Tuesday, February 6th, beginning at 8 a.m. Written and physical tests will be administered, and personnel interviews will also be done.
Harrington will have a new place for children to play. This will be soon. The city says that thanks to a grant, phase 1 of the outside recreation facility, it'll be installed in the next few months. And when finished, Harrington officials say it will host a ribbon cutting, officially opening the new playground to all children 7 days a week.
The Delaware State Chamber of Commerce hosting the first ever Coolest Thing Made in Delaware contest. This contest is a bracket-style tournament. It's meant to promote Delaware's manufacturing industry, which employs over 28,000 Delawareans. Eligible nominees are companies whose goods are manufactured in a Delaware-based facility. Nominations open today, and they'll be accepted through February 21st.
Hey there, Delmarva. Here's what's coming up today at 4 on Coast Life. I hope you have your sense of humor ready because we've got another joke jar for you. And we're keeping you moving with our friends at Jab and Flow. We're also going to be exploring some supernatural possibilities with the Lewis Historical Society. All that and more is coming up today at 4 on Coast Life.
Ooh, they're talking ghosts on Coast Life. Check that out at 4. Check this out, Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam. We've got the clouds, a little bit of fog, melting snow. Take it slow out there, some limited visibility. We do warm it up as we go through time. Big warm up by the end of the week, and some rain chances into the weekend, then a cool down. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up after the break.
What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable lithium-ion power plant. So fast and so convenient. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Look, you can inflate all 4 tires on a single charge. It has a built-in smart pressure digital sensor that gauges and automatically stops when the set tire pressure is reached. Easily inflate pool toys, exercise balls, and more. Call or go online now and get the complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for the factory direct price of just $79.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free, and we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-771-0865. That's 1-800-771-0865 or go to getbullseyepro.com.
Tamron Hall. Not just talk that matters.
Can I just be me? Can you just be you?
And on the next Tamron Hall, the Netflix movie May December set off a whole new conversation about age gap relationships. Why do age gaps between consenting adults still strike a nerve? Then when it comes to their friendship, he's a freshman in college and she's a senior citizen. Why they call themselves kindred spirits on the next Tamron Hall.
Wednesday at 3 on Coast TV.
Solo Cup Saturday night. It's an alternative country party with me, Jared. Brought to you by Midshore Recyclers Incorporated. Saturdays at 7 on Coast Country, 103.9 and 106.3.
Coming up this week on the Delmarva Home Show.
We're touring a $5 million home in the Heron Harbor neighborhood in Ocean City, Maryland. This home features an open floor plan with panoramic water views of the bay, boat lift and jet ski lift, and a gourmet kitchen. You can watch the Delmarva Home Show on Sundays at 11:30 a.m. on WBOC.
It's 6:54. It's time now for some things you need to know before you go. Former President Donald Trump has won the New Hampshire Republican primary. While speaking to supporters, he welcomed former opponents Vivek Ramaswamy and Tim Scott, who have endorsed him since they dropped out of the race. Trump saying he's ready for the general election, while the lone remaining challenger, Nikki Haley, promising to continue her campaign.
New information this morning after a paramedic was hurt trying to put out a fire in their car. This EMS vehicle and carport structure at the Milton Shear Center was heavily engulfed in flames. State fire investigators determined that an electrical malfunction caused the fire. The paramedic was treated and released at a nearby hospital.
Dredging work on the Lewis-Rehoboth Canal continues. It was originally scheduled to be complete by the end of December, but it has been pushed back until the end of this month. In a post on the City of Lewis's website, dredging will continue daily from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. The project has been long awaited, as this canal has not been dredged since 2002.
The CEO of Boeing is on Capitol Hill today to meet with lawmakers, according to one of the senators. The FAA is asking airlines to check door plugs on their MAX 737-9 planes. It says so far the aircraft design appears to be okay, but manufacturing error led to loose bolts, and it could be a problem. United says that it affects a chunk of its fleet and its bottom line.
All right, some time to celebrate now. The kitchen staple that has people divided into two camps, creamy or crunchy.
I'm going creamy, Paige.
Of course you are.
Yeah, it's National Peanut Butter Day today.
I'm going crunchy.
No.
We have to thank Joseph Rosefield for the peanut butter we love today. In 1922, he found a way to keep the peanut oil from separating from the peanut solids.
Okay, are you just saying crunchy because I said creamy? Are you just
No.
Okay?
It adds texture.
Yeah, it's too. I just like the smooth stuff.
I know you do. What is it? Let's see what Bob likes. This is a big debate here.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay.
Big debate, Bob.
Debate for
Who
me.
cares about weather? We're talking peanut butter.
I like my peanut butter in a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Oh,
How
me
about
too.
that? Yeah.
They have
No, got to
crunchy
go
ones.
creamy. Got to go creamy. Sorry to interrupt. And people say I'm kind of like Elvis because I put bananas and I make a peanut butter banana sandwich. But I don't fry it in butter like Elvis did. But, you know,
That's
it is
another
good.
story.
Yeah.
That's for another day. We're looking at misty conditions this morning, cloudy, kind of foggy, wet roads as we're continuing to melt the snow. Lower 40s early on, and then cloudy for the rest of the day and very mild. Temperatures into the upper 50s, and that's just the beginning of the warm-up. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. We go from 56 today to 63 on Thursday. We shower 68 on Friday. I think somebody is going to hit 70 on Friday with the help of a little bit of sunshine, some showers. Brief break on Saturday, much cooler, 53, and then rain later Saturday into Sunday, 52. Then we go into next week, bit of a reality check, colder early next week with lower 40s and then a slow warm up and maybe another rain chance as we head into next Friday.
You know Reese's makes crunchy peanut butter cups.
I'm aware of that, and I don't buy that one, Paige.
That's all right. Hey, thanks for joining us on Coast TV News today.
Today's show's coming up next. I'm flustered by this argument that we're having on the desk here.
Us too. Hey, have a fantastic Wednesday, everybody. We'll be back with Coast TV News midday. Don't forget.